This is Shootin' the Breeze on Indie Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Mr. Buster Mac, and with me as always, my partner in crime.
Jason Kiley, very caught off guard. I just got out of bed. Sorry about that now.
Because they can smell they just
How
woke
did you
up
get in
after you. After booking AJ Styles and Kevin Owens last week, I think we're on a fucking roll this week.
Ooh.
We are flying it now because I still think I done a better job than WWE did.
What did they still drag the arse out of it onto SmackDown? So, but that should be it finally now. Hopefully,
Should be it.
leading into obviously Owens versus Shane McMahon. I don't know what's happening with AJ. Maybe AJ and I don't know.
I don't know. The next big pay-per-view will be Survivor Series. So unless they're going planning Owens and McMahon for that, because they're hardly going to drag it out till Mania.
No, they won't.
Do you know, a Rumble. Do you know, the next double Raw SmackDown pay-per-view is Survivor Series.
Survivor, which is the forgotten one of the big four because they don't care. And remember there was a couple of years ago actually where they just forgot about the Survivor Series element. Where they were
It was just a normal pay-per-view with the Survivor Series.
Like Survivor Series.
But we have no Survivor Series match.
Like,
A lot of shit happening since SummerSlam.
A lot.
I think I want to start before SummerSlam and go to TakeOver 3.
Sure.
TakeOver Brooklyn 3, which was absolutely 3 years on a trot. Brooklyn has destroyed SummerSlam.
3 very different shows as well, you know. It's easy to stick to one way of doing things. That would be I suppose that would be their version of WrestleMania. That's their biggest show of the year is TakeOver Brooklyn. Like.
It is. I know you have their TakeOver before Mania as well, but this is their...
It always the one before Mania always feels like a pre-show to the pre-show of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Literally, WrestleMania next year is going to be about 14 hours long.
with a 20-foot long ramp this year.
Weekend, WrestleMania, this weekend in Punchestown. Camping tickets only, 3-day festival, you know.
But no, it does. TakeOver Brooklyn always feels like this is their bad boy, like. And they really pull out all the stops. TakeOver Brooklyn 2 and 3 has always topped the 3 SummerSlams. And this was no different. Why? Because of the sheer surprise factor that was in this year's Brooklyn. Everyone was expecting Adam Cole.
Bye-bye.
But no one was expecting Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish to reform Red Dragon. Maybe they were, but they weren't expecting it to happen at Brooklyn.
No,
I wasn't expecting Sanity to win, and I wasn't expecting Red Dragon to beat the 7 Shades of Shite.
No one was expecting Sanity to win because they gave him that neck breaker off like that. You know, after middle rope. They laid a lot of groundwork for, obviously, we were saying about the way Gargano lost.
Yeah.
And you're also building up Andrade Cien Almas because he's a very good worker, and you know,
but he's
even doing the Los Ingobernables stuff. Do you see that? He's coming out beating his chest and doing the fist.
His long-time business partner. So yeah, but like they put over Almas without losing momentum on Gargano for the sheer way they ended it by, spoilers, throwing the t-shirt into the ring and Almas getting the win. It's not spoilers, let's be honest.
It is spoilers.
It's how people surely have seen it by now. But no, they've done it well because obviously they don't want you to forget about Gargano and Ciampa,
which they will hopefully eventually get their pay, because it was such a shame that he got injured after that because he really had something going. Like.
And the thing is then as well, the two boys literally put on an unbelievable match to open the show, which was like, well, if this is the opening bout, what are the rest of them going to be like?
The little back and forth, you know. Almas picked him up and gave him that buckle bomb and then gave him the 2 knees in the corner. You thought that was the finish. I did think that was the finish. Then I was thinking, if he beats him clean, you know, where do you go from there for Gargano? But no, it was a great opener to the match, and I think all the matches in their own way were good. Controversial, but like the worst in-ring match was probably the main event. You know, it probably was like.
That's not the two boys because they're both good,
but it's
in-ring competitors. I just think what happened with Rude was Rude came in to be the glorious one, to be the new champ. It was fucking written in the stars from the minute he debuted. I just think his in-ring style is old school, which isn't what NXT is. And I think that's where he failed, and his whole gimmick was, I'm NXT, not we are NXT, and I'm glorious.
Yeah.
Whereas he was trying to draw heat from just literally coming on the mic going, I'm better than you, I'm glorious, I am NXT.
He cuts a great promo, and he's like, promo video before the match was very good, and obviously you had McIntyre coming out, oh no, we are NXT and all this business. The only problem was, obviously, you were saying, like, Bobby Roode, the character is good, but in ring, his matches, you wouldn't go out of your, like, we'll look at every NXT champion before him, right? Like, Bo Dallas, obviously, was a great champion. Obviously, we all know what happened to him.
Seth
Rollins before him, Neville,
Big E Langston.
Big E, Jesus, you forget about Big E, didn't you?
But no, there is. You had your Seth Rollins, your Joe, your Balor, even Nakamura. They all had.
But the last three in particular, Joe, Nakamura, and Balor, you would go out of your way to watch their matches.
Yeah.
Entrances or just in-ring ability. Whereas Bobby Roode, they really made him feel like he was just an entrance.
Just a team song.
Just a team song. And literally has that little spinning...
the little spinning wheel.
Yeah.
And he just basically comes out with like a knockoff Ric Flair robe.
Yeah, no, he was playing up to the crowd a bit last night when he made his debut on SmackDown. Spoilers alert.
That's definitely a spoiler alert.
I did it backwards.
But I don't know, did he come out as a face? Because nobody likes it in English.
No, he can't be a face, surely. I think they were just debuting him against somebody who
just
to get
the crowd to, but the Brooklyn crowd would have been into it anyway either way.
What about a TNA semi-pay-per-view main event? AJ versus Bobby Roode for the US title, huh? Ooh, no.
But that's the thing, like, it's all...
Actually, it should probably be the main event, because I don't want to see
Jinder Mahal, the modern day Maharaja.
Like, those Singh brothers need to head away, like, don't they? Do you see now they're making him wrestle in suit and pants?
I see they were, spoiler alert, on SmackDown this past Tuesday night in a 2-on-1 handicap match against Shinsuke Nakamura in a suit, like. Yeah,
and the reason was, I think it was JBL was like, this is what he expects from his employees or whatever. Wrestling in suit and pants.
Like, not even throwing a tracksuit pants there and a pair of fucking running shoes there
also,
and going out there. And
JBL made a nice reference last night during that match. Grab your beer money, he says.
Hey!
James Storm return confirmed. He'll be on SmackDown next week.
James Storm on a pole match.
Yeah, James Storm on a pole match. Confirmed.
And we've also, I don't know, are they going to call themselves American Alpha? Or are they going to call themselves...
Oh no, they're going to call themselves American Delta or something stupid.
The world's greatest tag team again. Chad
Gable. The world's greatest tag team again. Yeah. Again. Do you know what they should do? Bring back Charlie Haas on Raw and have Charlie Haas and Jason Jordan.
Oh, he's fucking useless.
WrestleMania tag team extravaganza match.
But no, NXT was class, I have to say. Only for they don't continue straight on a Wednesday night. This Wednesday night will just be
the pre-show is sorts that they did,
and they're just going to be like all the undercard.
The UK guys are on it actually.
Are they? Oh, sweet.
Asuka got injured.
Too sweet. Did she?
She broke her collarbone, her right collarbone. She's out for 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, she'll have to relinquish the title. WWE rules state
official,
that
that ever-changing rule.
If you were out for more than 5 weeks, you have to relinquish your title.
They'd probably, to keep the streak alive, they'd probably get her to come out and beat like one of those Australian women.
Billy Kay.
Just give her a kick in the head. But like,
her kick me in the head.
The only PG. The only thing is, it's obviously it's bad that she's injured, but they now could say we have a way of getting her to the main roster, dropping the title, but being undefeated and bringing all of this to Raw or SmackDown. Hopefully, no, I don't know. I just think wherever she goes, Raw or SmackDown, it's going to be completely watered down. You know. Yeah,
she's not going to be the same Asuka. No one ever is when they go to Raw and SmackDown.
No, it plays into seeing them every week as well. I mean, it's happening with... It happened with... Well, obviously, we're still only now not new to, but still getting used to Finn Balor being on TV every week.
Yeah.
He came in with so much momentum and then got injured. It'd be interesting to see what way it would have went had he not got injured, but...
Do you know what I'm looking forward to? Two guys that I'm really loving now. And the fact that Red Dragon are now here. They're pure modern day crime time. Without literally robbing people.
Boys, yeah.
Street Profits.
I don't know.
Angelo Dawkins is making a comeback in NXT.
Is it a little bit racist? This is what I ask myself every time I see their... Is it a little bit racist and outdated? Like,
no, they're not being like thugs, but they're proper. They're a pure. I like them. I think they might be on Red Dragon's level, but I do think they've got the face momentum behind them, and Red Dragon could come in with the heel momentum. It would be a good face v heel tag team match in NXT.
Here's a question. Speaking of tag teams, where have Heavy Machinery gone to?
They lost in a tag team title match 2 weeks ago and haven't been seen since.
Oh yeah, watch this now. They'll be on the next NXT.
They'll probably end
any money.
They'll probably end up being gone on against Street Profits this Wednesday, I bet you.
It's gas now. Well, they seem like they're trying to rebuild the tag team division anyway down there.
Yeah, and then you have SummerSlam, which was a 2-hour pre-show and a 4-hour main show.
I only watched the main show. I couldn't.
I turned on the pre-show because obviously it was on at 10 o'clock our time. Then I was just like, no. So I turned it off. But I did see The Miz and The Miztourage go up against...
You and about 12 people that were in the stadium.
I did see The Miz and The Miztourage go up against the Hardys and Jason Jordan. And Jason Jordan took the pin as well.
Get out that shovel.
Because he's getting buried.
Man.
Like, he's shocking, like.
He's a good in-ring performer. Like, they gave him a good match against Balor and Raw.
And that's what I have to say. When I was watching Raw Monday night, they put him in the ring with a good guy. Because, one, Balor knows how to carry a match even if he was brutal in the ring. But two, he can carry the match and show off how good Jordan actually is in the ring.
Go back to working that NXT style.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a shame because I think obviously he's not good enough on the mic, but he's never had to do talking. Like, American Alpha didn't
really talk.
They did the odd backstage segments.
Yeah, and when they did, it was all Gable.
I love Gable's so good, man. He's funny. He's like, he just has charisma. And he's obviously unreal in ring. So
he's oozing machismo.
Copyright. Who's that? Jay Little?
Jay Little, the Black Machismo. Remember when he used to do the Macho Man Randy Savage gimmick?
TNA ripped off so many gimmicks, didn't they? Remember Shark Boy just being Stone Cold Steve Austin? What?
And that happened after he got like hit in the head, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He was just some fella in a shark suit until he got literally hit in the head, and then he came out and he was like, I'm Shark Boy, and that's the fishing line. And that's the fishing line.
That is gas.
Oh, and then they had, remember when they had Flair there, they had Jay Little, because he's great at impersonations, come out and just cut a promo on Flair as Flair.
Yeah, what? Look. Oh, man.
Shout out to Ric Flair. Hope you get well soon, Natch.
Yeah, he's grand now. We'll be back hitting chops next week. Woo! This is the one thing, and I know it's awful, but like WWE obviously had their bit to do with him, and he was coming out with Charlotte and all this business, and then he was gone. But now that he's been in the news, obviously for being sick, and
they're referencing him every show now,
and you can see him just they bringing him back for a few weeks, and it's cheap publicity kind of stuff.
That's what they love, man. That's what they love. So Triple H went on to, this don't tell you how bad they are for publicity. Triple H went on to Twitter after it was announced about McGregor and Mayweather and invited the two of them to come to Raw.
Raw has live microphones. It's like, oh yeah.
Yeah. They're
can you imagine McGregor and Mayweather out there?
You'll do fucking nothing. You'll do fucking nothing, Mayweather. You'll do nothing. That's it. Like, how are you going to control Mayweather? Like, or McGregor?
Mayweather broke Big Show's nose.
Yeah,
he gave him some dig into the nose.
Knocked him out.
I remember hearing that, and Big Show was like, I was legitimately angry. Had I caught him like I would have murdered him. Literally.
What about CM Punk getting some serious evidence against WWE doctors?
What?
Remember, he put in a claim against look at the WWE doctors there this past weekend. They let Big Show wrestle with a broken hand.
Joe. Not only that, but in a foreign object, environment. It's a shark cage. It's the most dangerous thing in the WWE.
I know. Suspended, nearly 15 feet high above the ring.
It was about 8 foot above. Did you see that? Big Show's head was nearly touching it.
And it was completely different shark cage from the one they used NXT for Paul Ellering, because Enzo put a bit of baby oil on him and was able to slip out of it.
That was so annoying. Like, and I could see it happening in my life. I was like, he's definitely going to get out and just get kicked in the head.
Yeah.
And he did.
It's like he's hardly going to jump down. Like, what he should have done was jump straight onto Cass, not jump after the thing and try and hit him.
It's a perfect metaphor for his career, in fact. He's so high, and then he jumps out and he gets kicked in the head. I know. See you 205 live.
205 live.
He better not become like. Imagine him beating Neville for the title. Or
if I was Neville and I walked in to fucking Raw on Monday and they were like, "You're dropping the title, Enzo." Like, there's my fucking week's notice. I'm leaving. I'm going. Fuck you.
It'd be grand, wouldn't it? Week's notice. No 90-day compete clause. Imagine if there were certain instances unfair treatment in the workplace. Why? Because I had to drop the belt to this fucking useless cunt.
This doofus. What about not Ed in English? What's the other guy? Simon Gotch came out in an interview not so long ago and said that Enzo is absolutely the shittest wrestler in the world.
Oh yeah, I
he lived 5 minutes from a wrestling school and never once stepped foot inside in it. Like, he literally only got picked up because he was good on the mic.
I mean, it's true enough though. All you have to do is watch him in the ring. He's useless.
In NXT, I always thought he was okay, but then they went down the route of he was the small guy. He'd get killed in the ring. He'd always start off the match. He'd get killed, and then Cass would come in and get the match, get to pick up the W for him. But then when you actually see him, as you said, you don't see him every week then either on NXT. And if you do, it's not every week they're in a ring wrestling. They might be just cutting a promo. Whereas when you see him every week on Raw, you can see how terrible he is.
Heard actually Cody Rhodes' explanation for the
WWE stooge.
To heck with those who
shall not be named.
His reasoning behind why he came up with it in the first place.
Oh, it's not a real thing, no? He didn't get a real cease and desist?
No, not that. As in the catchphrase itself. Like,
fuck the revival.
Yeah,
we're not afraid to say it.
No, yeah. Stooges.
1, 2.
I can't say that.
3.
F the revival, because Kenny Omega said so. There's kids.
To heck to those who shall not be named.
Yeah, hashtag THW.
Yeah, you try to remember that.
But basically his reason was it was like, the revival are the best tag team in the world, and he obviously got to working with the Bucks and all this business, and he was saying, they were in a wrestling school, essentially developmental. It was where you could go and you could practice, and he was saying the Bucks were going out doing it every night. He was like, you have a show once every couple of months with NXT, you get loads of time to put matches together. He's like, the Bucks could come in and in 2 hours they could put together an unreal match with guys that they've never worked with before. And so he was like, yeah, fuck the revival.
Yes. Still no one knows if that's true. I'd assume it is.
So.
Did you see the latest one where he was saying it in his sleep? They send him a message. We even know we can hear you even when you're sleeping.
Oh man, so good. It's so funny. He's actually becoming a gas character in that.
He's so serious even when he does the comedy stuff as well, that he pulls it off. He's not doing this shit WWE PG stuff either. But he's coming on leaps and bounds since he left WWE, and I'd say Vince is kicking himself for never really pulling the trigger on him.
He's probably making more money now than he ever did.
Speaking of pulling the trigger, can you answer me one question? When is WWE going to pull the trigger on Nia Jax?
I don't know.
They keep building her as a monster, but yet she keeps losing to smaller people like Sasha Banks, Asuka, fucking Bailey. You know.
But did you see the after SummerSlam? Emma put up, "Oh, Sasha Banks is a new champion. I can't wait for Monday night. # give Emma a chance." And she gets squashed by Nia Jax. As in squashed, like. So
and she was
don't
talking
give Emma
about
that kind of a
she
chance.
was talking about Nia Jax backstage or something, and Nia Jax appeared, and then they were like, "Oh, how much of that did you hear?" And she was like, "All of it." I mean, like, no, Nia, you didn't hear all of it. You heard most of it.
Vince McMahon obviously hasn't seen Emma's arse, because I'd give her a push based on that alone. You know?
I think that's why Alexa gets pushed.
I'd say so.
She's got some arse.
Who said something weird about her the other day? No, maybe it wasn't. Oh no, it was Meltzer talking about Carmella. He's like, "Did you see her ring gear?" At
SummerSlam.
And then
it was like a swimsuit.
Was it your man Brian Alvarez? It's like, no. He's like, "It's just normal gear." And he was like, "No, it was like that old school Baywatch kind of." And he's like, "Oh, I must have missed that." He's like, "Yeah. You should watch it. You should watch it."
How could you miss that? Like standing there,
because he didn't watch the pre-show. He only watched the part where she was watching the match from backstage, so didn't he like show the top half?
Yeah, because she kind of was holding the briefcase covering it. No, she put a picture up on Twitter and all, like.
Yeah,
haunty one. She's a pure one. You see what down the streets in Limerick going, she's a class burden, and you see the fella she's with, James Ellsworth. Like, how the fuck did he pull her?
Do you know what though? Like, fair play to him for staying some bit relevant, like, because he hounded WWE every time they, like, Ellsworth hounded WWE every time they came to his town to get a dark match or like, you know.
He got over. He got over against Strowman because of having no chain.
Yeah. Oh yeah, literally. Yeah, that encounter afterwards when Strowman after he was baiting everyone up, and Ellsworth like had been on SmackDown, and then was like was it some joint pay-per-view, and Strowman was just like, "Don't I know you?" And Ellsworth just runs like gas.
Oh.
He's my favourite at the minute, man, on Raw, especially Strowman.
I was just about to say, I love how we had some bit of we had a plan, and it all just goes out the window every time we turn around and start recording. But
shooting the breeze.
Shooting the breeze. That's all we're doing. We're just shooting the breeze. Yeah, Strowman looked class opening up on Raw there on Monday night. As you said, your only fear is they'll probably have him jab to Lesnar if he goes to fight him.
I can see it going the exact way of Joe and Lesnar.
I wanted him to come out though and just turn and look at Lesnar and go, "I'm not finished with you yet," and then just bait the living daylights out of him. Like,
I can see it happening. Strowman baits the shite out of Lesnar. Lesnar picks him up. "Oh my god, he picked up this man. Oh, how is he doing it?" It's not like he hasn't done it before in terms of Big Show and whatever. He picked up the Big Show, and the Big Show was way bigger than he is now.
Yeah.
Like, the bigger show.
He gave Lesnar some down at SummerSlam, like.
I like that the table spots he put him through too, and then everyone was chanting like,
put him through the third one, like,
too, and then everyone was like, "One more table," and then he's just like, "Nah," and he picked it up and
lapped it over them.
That's like brilliant.
But it was the first time I think since Lesnar has come back to WWE that we have seen him being so vulnerable.
Yeah. And being there so much.
Which makes me think that will they have Strowman put the strap on Strowman? Like,
I can't see why they would.
There's probably better and more deserving people out there, but it's just, are they going, well, this fella's the only fella that could probably do it because this is the other fella that's not Roman Reigns that could probably beat him.
Save it for WrestleMania. If you're going to do that, save it for WrestleMania. Like.
Don't do it at No Mercy, obviously. Like.
They're still obviously going towards
Roman
and Lesnar, which is, no.
Consider they were meant to do that this weekend gone, and they didn't pull the trigger on it because then obviously Vince just has an absolute shit attack and changes his mind every 2 seconds. Like,
but what, like this, and obviously it's a few months away yet. We've about 1,000 pay-per-views before that, but the Royal Rumble, right? Like, what are you even going to do for the Royal Rumble if this is going to be your main event? Been, booked well in advance. Apparently, is Roman and Lesnar. that means are you going to have Roman win the Rumble again? Are you going to have Lesnar win it? You know, it doesn't make...
The unpredictability of the Rumble is gone. Like, what I want from this year's Rumble is at least some surprise entrance.
Well, that's why a lot of people, I think, watch as well. I mean, was last year we only got Ty Dillinger.
Now, I know their roster is busting at the seams that they don't have to, but it's nice.
It is a little bit. But even bring up, like, if you're going to bring up someone from NXT, bring them up at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, they could have done that. They brought Dillinger up, but they never brought him up till after Mania. Like.
It was weird, wasn't it?
Do you know what I mean? And then he's gone missing then for the last couple of weeks as well. You know, you can't
This is the
win,
worst
like.
thing. You bring up the likes of Dillinger, who... Yeah, he's a good in-ring performer. He has a great gimmick that is completely over with the crowd. The crowd still chant 10 over and over when you're counting out outside. It's something you could play on, but is it a case of, we don't want to push him, so we're just going to leave him off TV?
Like, I know he's proper mid-card, like. But the mid-card at the minute is main event on SmackDown. And the main event title is mid-card.
Topsy-turvy land, like.
You know, it's the land of opportunity, like.
Oh, yeah. I haven't heard that before 1,000 times. You watch a 2-hour episode of SmackDown and it's like, the land of opportunity, they'd say it literally.
Or what did I hear
times.
on Monday? Someone got slammed off of the apron.
Oh,
it's the hardest part of the ring. I'm just there going, if I hear him say it once.
The hardest part of the ring, you see, like, this is what makes me laugh. The contrast between WWE and, like, New Japan is, it's the hardest part of the ring, and he might give him like a backdrop on or something. But, like, you watch New Japan then and they're giving each other, like, dragon suplexes and fucking DDTs and...
I get that where the Titantron and the ring apron, if they hit them off of that is why it would be the hardest part of the ring, because they're getting slammed off a fucking LED screen.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you turn on Ring of Honor, Global Force Wrestling, New Japan, and they're doing the exact same thing, and they're getting... Not that they're not selling it, like, but they're, you know... They're getting up faster than what they are on Raw and SmackDown. You know, you can see like...
it's like they're superhuman, and because they have about 10 things a match that happen that could be finishes. Like, was it the Ibushi and Naito match in the G1, and Naito gave him a middle rope pile driver? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would kill a man, like. As in, genuinely kill a man. Oh my god, there was a spot, I don't know if you saw it, in the Naito and Kenny match, where he tried to give him a pile driver on a table outside.
Oh, yeah.
But he missed the table, and like Kenny's head hit the corner of the table, and it was that much of a drop. Like had his head hit the ground, he was dead.
You know Did you see the video? I think the Bucks, someone on Twitter shared it. There's some indie thing, and some fellas like standing up like on a railing in like some warehouse, and your man is on the table. He's going to do a dive.
Oh, yeah.
And misses the table, leaps over the table and just plants straight into the floor.
X-Pac shared it, and he was like, the perfect ending for the sorry excuse that they call for something they want to call professional wrestling.
Those old school guys hate indie wrestling, like.
He loves it. Like, he usually likes all that stuff, but I don't know. It's just
I know, and
the spots.
I know the likes of Nash. He hates it. Yeah, I like
Nash. A very proficient technical wrestler, yeah.
But like, I get where he's coming from. Do you know, there's like he's getting paid £50, like.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, you're
to
taking
jump 20 feet in the air. You know,
it ain't worth it. Like.
On other news, we have 2 new debuting superstars coming soon. One under the name of Johnny Impact.
Oh Jesus.
And the other, quite simply known as the former CZW World Heavyweight Champion, Lio Rush. WWE.com announced earlier this week that Lio Rush has officially signed to the Performance Center. Well, I say Performance Center, he's signed to WWE, he's been assigned to the PC.
NXT, or
I'm assuming he'll go to NXT. And they'll mistreat him like they done Austin Aries and then fuck him to 205 maybe. I don't know. And then you have the fact that Johnny Mundo, Johnny Morrison, Johnny Nitro What else did he go as? John Hennigan.
That's all the Johnnies that we need.
John Hennigan.
Johnny's got you covered. That should be his tagline.
Will now be debuting the Impact Zone as Johnny Impact.
Is it still called the Impact Zone? Is it called like the global? I don't know.
It's probably called the Global Force. I don't know.
Get ready now for, obviously Jim Cornette's back with them, so get ready for him to come out and slate absolutely everything that's not Global Impact Wrestling, even though Global Force Wrestling, Global Impact Wrestling.
That sounds way better.
Oh man,
we've just rebranded the company for the 5th time in 6 months.
Done. Give us a job. Give us a job, Jeff Jarrett.
Who was it came out and said it after debut? They were like, I've been all around the world and now I'm going to here to take over the universe.
Oh, Adam Cole.
That was it.
Said it about the boys. The boys who came out in their class t-shirts. See that? One white and one black. WWE, they should have let him get like a marker and like write something on it. I don't know, give him something, or just get him to come out wearing no tops.
Yeah, you know.
It's like I found that very distracting. I was like, why is one wearing a black t-shirt and one wearing a white t-shirt? Or unless they're trying to do like.
And then Kyle O'Reilly. Then Kyle O'Reilly was wearing black trunks, so it looked like he was wearing a onesie.
Maybe that's just his ring gear. Just like this weird t-shirt.
He looks so angry then as well. I never remembered him looking so angry as what he does now. Kyle O'Reilly. He just comes out with that big head in him like. Big.
They'll be serious. That really adds to the tag division down there. Like, but how are I imagine Sanity are gonna use the old Freebird rule?
I'd assume so. They think they should like. They played up on the fact on NXT TakeOver that it was okay for Eric Young to go in the ring because even though it was scheduled to be Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane, because Killian Dane had never been legally tagged in.
That's another one of those blurred lines things where they change it when they want.
Clearly that is some sort of sub-rule to the rule of the Freebird rule where, we're a trio. Because I've never heard of that before. As far as I knew, it was if you're down on the card to wrestle, you wrestle. Like.
But they did disguise it by going, "Oh, it's Sanity against."
Yeah, Corey Graves was the guest commentator for that, and he was like, "The one thing about Sanity is you never know who you're gonna get. No, Corey, you always get Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane. It's been for up as far as this match right now. It's always been." Marketed as Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane, and then lo and behold, Corey Graves can see into the future. You never know who you're going to get.
Never know.
Also, rest in peace to Nikki Cross, who was in the middle of a human sandwich.
Absolutely, that was some spot. Like, and I'm surprised they did it. I'm surprised they, with WWE, especially no women, intergender like, kind of stuff. Like, I know,
but you come here when you come from the Indies, then as well, you've probably been taking hits.
But that whole show felt like even opening with that band Code Orange or whatever, and
I skipped that.
I liked it. I liked the intro. I thought it was different and it felt kind of ECW-ish.
Obviously they were, I don't know if they were the band, but your man did sound very like the band that I know they sang for Aleister Black, but they actually did sound like the crowd that sang Aleister Black's theme song.
Yeah, really. I don't know if
so I don't know, but I know they did sound like it. But like that was a good entrance for Aleister Black.
They're giving him the star treatment, but they're doing it very, very slowly.
And SmackDown just got glorious.
I'm so happy. And I was watching it live, as I say, last night, and I didn't, because I hadn't read anything about him possibly going there last night. I thought they'd do the same as Raw. Raw didn't really have much happening. And I was only thinking after Raw, I was like, oh, they bill SummerSlam as one of the big four. Why don't they treat it as a post-WrestleMania kind of Raw? Now, it doesn't have to be as big, but have a call-up or have, something here or there.
The crowd treated it like it was WrestleMania with the beach balls.
They were on and off, man. I don't know. I good in parts, but like in other parts then, it's like, it's disrespectful in fairness.
Like, they were good. I thought the crowd Saturday night were good. I thought they were hit and miss on Sunday. I thought they were on fire on Monday, and then they were good again last night. But like, how can you go from just because we don't like this? If you don't like it, don't go to it. If you'd much rather go to NXT than just buy a ticket for NXT. Don't go there.
You can tell that the crowd at NXT shows are different.
Don't buy a ticket for NXT, SummerSlam, Raw and SmackDown just so you can shit on SummerSlam, Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
And praise, get an absolute hard on for NXT. You know, if you're going to there, go and enjoy the wrestling. Don't go.
The thing is, though, you have to compare. Like, for a wrestling fan, which is what we are, essentially, when it comes down to it. Like, I know for me, and it's why I enjoy other promotions, is I really like the wrestling aspect of it. If you can tell a good story, great. You can tell a good story in the ring. But with WWE, they think that you're a fucking goldfish and you have no memory. So, and people are copping onto that so much now, and where it's like, it's ridiculous, you know. It's like, for a small example, you take a guy who was an absolute jobber and you have him be your WWE champion, and then you take a guy who in Nakamura was top guy in Japan, is a absolute brilliant worker, completely watered down his in-ring style to go to WWE, and then you have him do that same old shitty finish where, oh, the Singh brothers get involved and he kicks him both in the head, and then takes that, I don't even want to...
I don't know. I can't remember what they even call it anymore.
What's his finish called? I can't remember. Like that full Nelson kind of slam, kind of whatever, and then beats him, and you're like, really?
Thanks, WWE. Thanks.
It's the same.
Whereas
when you have a finish, then like a finish to the Gargano match, it's something different.
Yeah.
But it's simple, you know what I mean?
It is the same old story over and over again. I just hate, like, if you want to complain. I just hate the fact that they go there.
Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't spend my money to go and fucking hit a beach ball around in the crowd.
No, I can do that same
what Cesaro did at SummerSlam was
I could come here, I could blow up a beach ball and start building it around the room here with you, like. Yeah.
I don't know if you get one handy around here now.
But summer shops are all closed now.
It's the summer shops because it gets such good summers in Ireland. But this is it, yeah. But you know, it wouldn't shock me if they did deals where buy a ticket to NXT and get, I don't know, half price on summer. I don't know if they did that, but it does beg the question. But you know what? In a sense, it's not going to make a difference if fans complain anyway.
No,
fans have been complaining for years.
Who came out and said this before? They were like, it would be better if there was dead silence. Vince would take more notice of dead silence when John Cena goes out there and Roman Reigns, then half the crowd booing him and the other half cheering him. Whereas if half the crowd that are booing him stopped, then Vince would take notice of that. But because the whole arena is erupting, Vince doesn't care. Whereas if you went out and you weren't liked by the crowd and the crowd just went, then that would be better than going, oh, let's go Cena sucks.
And this is it, but people are never going to do that because you're always at least going to have the kids cheering for. So if all the lads, like the 19 to 30 demographic or whatever they call them,
and they're lushing back like in their langers, and then some young fella goes, let's go Cena, then he's going to be like, well, fuck him, you know. But they said that, they're like, if you want your voice to be heard, the only way to be heard is to be silent.
It's true though, you know, it doesn't matter to them much anymore. Not like back in the day when, you have to go over and you have to get yourself over with the crowd, or it's just not like they literally see it as, look at Roman Reigns, this is the guy, we're going to push him to the moon, we don't care if anyone likes him.
Yeah, he comes out.
He's getting the title of WrestleMania, lads. Good luck.
He comes out every week and just tells everyone it's his yard, but yet he's not the one that actually ended the streak.
He's not. You might have just hit the nail on the head there. Undertaker confirmed, returned confirmed. Even I said that backwards. There you go. Triple threat for the title. WrestleMania, the be all and end all match.
Oh, the Conqueror.
They're going to call it the be all and end all match. Do you like that?
That's good. Yeah.
Just booked it. Hello, Road Dogg.
Road Dogg's on SmackDown now.
I don't know. Man, the brand split could be over by the rest of the time WrestleMania comes around.
But that would actually sounds good. The Conqueror, the reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns versus
the
Phenom,
the Big Dog.
The Big Dog Roman Reigns versus the Undertaker. The only two people that ever have beaten him at WrestleMania, triple threat match for the title at WrestleMania. Taker wins it, drops it. I'm going home. Good luck, Jeff.
Mop.
I'm going home. I'm going home to Michelle McCool, my hot wife. Here, Vince, take the title.
Now that would be your perfect ending. How to literally avenge the 2 losses he got, win the title, and just leave the title in the ring. This time, that would be his definitive. Not leaving the gear, leave the title. Good luck.
And he'd probably have to come out on a motorbike. He'd have to be the American Badass, though.
Bring him back. What
because
I did
if they have a long entrance ramp again this year, like they did last year, he'd never be able for it now this year. Like,
he came out halfway through. Yeah. But do what I did in the 2K WWE game. I brought back Old Man Taker, right? He's like had long grey hair. Brought him back and he was baiting fellas up. You have to do that now. Get some grey hair dye. Dye his hair grey. Vince McMahon is listening to this. I know he is.
Hi, Vince.
There you go. Right there. That's your idea. But no, that is a great idea. Like, if you really wanted to... No one wants to see Brock and Roman. Like, nobody does.
No, because the first time they tried it, they got Rollins to cash in, like.
Which they had to do that. If they wanted to, everybody was 99% sure that Roman was going over. Like, I was as well.
Yeah. I was there and I was... Literally, I had it on and I was like... I don't know why I'm watching this match. I know Roman's going to win. I don't want Roman to win. And I swear I was about to turn it off and just be like, I'll read about it online. And next thing you hear,
that was
Seth Rollins' music hit. Obviously it wasn't burn it down, but still. And then he comes running in, cashes in and walks out champ.
I was thinking actually the other day when they teamed up with SummerSlam,
they can't use the Shield entrance anymore because that's Roman Reigns' music now.
It's fucking stupid. Like.
So they can't come out and just be like Sierra, Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, burn it down.
No. It's just a pure mashup of the music,
like they do with Breezango.
That's what they do with their makeshift.
And that's the worst mashup of 2 songs I've ever heard in my life.
You remember Rated RKO? They had a mashup as well.
But yeah, that was actually a good mashup. Look it up on YouTube. Go on. Go.
Right now.
No, later. That is your assignment for the week.
Oh, homework. Homework and all. It's the summertime.
I'm like Matt Stryker. I'm throwing out lessons. Today's episode has really been shooting the breeze. And you know what I liked about it? It has just been...
Too sweet.
Sweet. From everyone here at IWP HQ.
Back to you in the studio.
Take care.